special and she reckless. MB, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Amarachiofo, and if you're an OG, you guys are the real MVP. Okay, you guys are the real MVP. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. I'm doing this today because I haven't cooked in a while for you guys. And today, do you know what we're going to be cooking? We're going to be cooking plantain and potato porridge. Um, if you don't know what plantain porridge is where is the use of plantain, could be ripe, could be unripe, and you just make a porridge. It has kind of like a very thick base with like plantains in it. They have to like cook until they're kind of soft and tender. And you put in like, back home we use scent leaf to cook it, but here I'll be using basil. I guess that's the equivalent to scent leaf. So I found, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, so stay tuned. And for this cooking we're going to be using, so I have onions, I have habanero peppers, we have shrimp, some salmon, some codfish, and I have some gizzard that I've cooked up already, and here are my potatoes. I've washed, cleaned them, and we are ready to get it started. Let's get the party started. Okay.
So first of all, I have my mix. This is basically tomatoes and bell pepper. I used 1 bell pepper and like 5 tomatoes. All I did was to boil it until the water dried up, and now I'm just going to stir fry it until it doesn't taste sour. Okay, now you add salt, add your ginger powder, add garlic powder, go ahead and add in some curry and thyme powder and chili powder, because we have to, put all these flavors in. And I'm not using any seasoning, I'm just basically using dried herbs to do this. So there's no seasoning at all, just salt to taste. And when you're done adding all of this, adding your spices, go ahead and give it a stir. Give it a stir. Make sure the spices are evenly distributed, and after that, make sure you're cooking on we're not cooking on high heat, we're cooking on medium heat. And let it sizzle. So the goal is for it not to taste sour. So one thing that I've learned when cooking my tomatoes is I don't like to fry it until they're very dry, because I still want to get some nutrients out of it. I don't believe in dry frying my tomatoes. So right now, go ahead and add in your onions. So another method you can do is to fry your onions to, get some flavor before you add your tomato mix and bell pepper mix. That's another way you can fry it. You don't have to use this method. You can do it the other way around. This was just how I started. I didn't have time to switch pots. I just wanted to do everything in one pot. Shout out to those who don't like washing plates or washing pots. So I wanted to just reduce it to one pot, But yeah. Now you're going to fry this for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then go in and add your salmon. Add in your chopped salmon. And after that, make sure you give it a mix. Then get your pod fish ready. At this point, if you have habanero peppers, put that in. Put your habanero peppers in to give it that nice flavor. If you're from Nigerian home, you know that we hardly cook without habanero pepper, so it's a thing. But if you don't have habanero peppers, feel free to just use regular black pepper for this cooking. So go ahead and add in your dried codfish, also known as stockfish. I was able to get this from the Chinese store and it was really nice. So go ahead and add that in and give it a nice stir. Give it a nice mix. Give it a nice mix after you've added it and let it sit covered for the next 5 minutes. And make sure your heat, it's on medium heat, and let it sit for 5 minutes. This would help it, generate flavor and cook. And trust me when I say it would turn out nice. Okay, so next up, our sauce is ready and we're going to put it into our plantains. These plantains are not cooked and I haven't added my potatoes yet, so I'm just going to give this a mix. Make sure that the sauce is evenly distributed. And I forgot to mention, feel free to add in some palm oil. I added some palm oil when I was making my sauce to be able to get nice color. I make sure it wasn't excessive because that's why I used bell pepper to get this reddish color. So feel free to add palm oil, but if you're the type that doesn't eat oil and you're trying to stay healthy, you can skip the palm oil part. But there's a flavor palm oil gives, and that's why I wanted to add it. So now that I've given my sauce a mix, I'm gonna go ahead and add about 4 cups of water. The way I measure my water is that the easiest way to know that you have enough water is that make sure that it's covering the plantain. Make sure the water is a little bit higher than the plantain. Like if it can cover the plantain, then you're good to go. And just cover it and let it cook for the next 15 to 20 minutes. But remember, we haven't added potatoes, so we're going to let it cook for the next 10 minutes. The reason is because the potatoes are very soft and we don't want to add them right away, so we're going to let the plantains cook first so that we can add the potatoes next. So now the plantains have cooked for 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and add our potatoes. Okay, so this way you're not getting that mushiness, you're not having your potatoes get smashed up all the way. So that's why you need to cook the plantains separately first. But hey, whatever works for you. If you are used to a better method, feel free to try that out. Just look at that goodness. Just look at how it's sizzling, and make sure your plantain, like it's sizzling like this before you add your potatoes. It means like the sauce is getting into the plantains, like everything's just working out. So now I just added my potatoes and I'm going to top it with more water. Remember, we're making porridge. My mom would always say your porridge shouldn't be dry. There should be enough water for the base, for it to thicken, for you to have the sauce. Now I'm adding my broth. This was the broth from like cooking the gizzard. Yes, so if you have your protein broth, feel free to add it in, and we're going to cover this and cook for another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, and after 15-20 minutes, go ahead and add your protein. I just added the gizzard that I made. I didn't share the recipe of how I made the gizzard because, like, see, so far as you cook it nice and tender and you know, spice it up properly, you can't miss it, okay? So just give that a mix and voila, you should be good. So far as you're following my directions, you should be able to get the same result. Next up, we add our scent leaves. So make sure that when you've added your gizzard, you wait for like, I want to say 5 minutes. Then go ahead and add your scent leaf or basil leaf. Then toss in your shrimps and give it a mix. And if you already know me, like, I don't like to cook shrimps for too long. I don't like to cook my shrimps for more than 2 minutes because heat is all shrimp needs to get cooked. Like, I don't want to kill it and make it look tiny. I like to see my shrimps. Now go ahead and add in your fresh chopped kale because we're trying to get all the nutrients possible. We're trying to get in some greens into our porridge. We don't want to have, I never have porridge without greens. So yes. And this is good. So just give this a mix and this food is already, we're done. So at this point, you should be turning down the heat to low heat because that's all we need for it to simmer. Just look at that goodness. Just see how everything is coming together. Just look at the color coordination. Like, this is so nice. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, my friend can testify, like, this was lit. This was good. And voila, your porridge is ready. Instant porridge. Basically, I would say the prep time for this porridge was 1 hour. I won't say 1 hour, but we actually cooked it for 30 minutes. Was it 30 minutes? I would say prep time altogether, cook plus prep time was 1 hour.
Hey guys, so welcome back, and the food is ready. So I need to grab my fork and taste this new goodness that I just whipped up. Okay, I need to taste this new goodness. There's gizzard, there's shrimp. Okay. Better where they buzz brain. Let me do like treatment cook. Heck yeah! This shit is a banger. I need to make sure that it's so juicy. Cut the face. I don't know. It's really good. Yes. Hits different. So juicy. Everything cooked at the same time. Soft. Oh, guys, this is good. Guys, we've come to the end of this cooking shenanigans today. If you stuck with me till the end, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see next on this channel. And remember, road to 25. It's a banger. Yes! Good night, people.